A man with ties to Louisville is free after being wrongfully detained by the Taliban for nearly 2.5 years.
WDRB's Christy Batista has been following this story since the very beginning. It's an emotional day for his family, Christy.
Oh, it absolutely is. And after nearly 900 days in captivity, guys, Ryan Corbett is now coming home. He and another hostage were released from the Taliban overnight. The Taliban's foreign ministry say they were exchanged for a prisoner serving 2 life sentences in California on drug trafficking and terrorism charges. The deal comes as President Joe Biden handed over power to returning President Donald Trump. Corbett's family thanked both President Biden and President Trump for their efforts to bring Ryan home. In a statement, his family said their hearts are full of overwhelming gratitude after what has been the most challenging and uncertain 894 days of their lives. And although it is a celebratory day for the Corbetts, it comes as at least 2 other men, the Corbetts say, are still being held captive in Afghanistan by the Taliban. They say they are praying for their swift release. Guys.
And Christy, you've covered this really extensively over the past few years. So what was today like for the family? I think you were just on the phone with them just a few moments ago.
Yes, and we have done several stories on Ryan, but even when we weren't airing anything, guys, I kept in close contact with his dad, Drew, who lives in Louisville, and today I talked with him over the phone several times. He was overjoyed this morning when I talked to him, crying that this day was finally here. Honestly, it was hard for me not to get emotional too on the phone with Drew. I talked to him again just a few minutes ago, right before I walked into the studio, and you could tell just by his voice that he was exhausted. He said he's been inundated with calls, texts from supporters, you know, in the community, friends, family, but also, of course, from, you know, me. I mean, I'm calling him at this time as well. And he just said he's got to get some rest. It was 894 days of uncertainty for the Corbett family, and they say today has been simply overwhelming to know that he is finally coming home.
And as it got down to the wire, you can imagine how emotionally draining that is, and trying to sleep thinking that it might happen in the next 12 or 24 or 36.
Yes.
I don't know that you could close your eyes.
Honestly, Drew texted me at midnight this morning and said, Ryan is coming home. And so when I talked to him this morning, he said, I haven't slept a wink.
Wow. Wow. Well, you stayed on top of this story, and you know, that's kind of what it takes, just bringing attention to things like this. So thanks for that reporting today, Christy.
Of course, guys.